Flora Sage here, and I want to just check in with all of you and see how you all are doing. So let's wait and see. We're going to wait till people jump on the line and jump on the video. Hi everyone. So I want to check in with all of you. I want to see how you're all doing this week. I know a lot of you have been reaching out to me talking about bullshit and how you're ready to get rid of it. And I posted some pretty intimate blog posts on my blog this week. And so I just wanted to check in with you. I wanted to see how you all are feeling. The energy of this week has been pretty interesting. Hi, Mitchell. Let's see who we have here. We have Mitchell, Kristen, Joyce, Michaela, Lori, Jeanette, Gloria, Martin, Regina, Dawn, Angelica, or Martine. So yes, let me know how you're doing. Talk to me. Talk to me, people. Or you can sing to me if you want to. So today I sent a blog and an email out to people, and the title of it, I believe, was, let me see what it was. Dealing with bullies. The original title of that was The Weight of the World, but I changed it to Dealing with Bullies. And so, in my life, I've had to deal with my fair share of bullies, and, yeah, one of the bullies was in my life for over 20 years, and I finally stood up to her. And this bully was an alcoholic. She caused a ton of havoc in my life as well as other people's lives. And I finally said, you know what? I'm not okay with this. And I spent a good number of weeks just kind of sitting with it and thinking, okay, how can I really deal with this? How can I really address this elephant in the room? And I finally had to just speak my truth and basically say, hey, you know, I'm not okay with the way that you're treating me, and I need to leave this relationship and, you know, this friendship, if you will. And it was hard and it was messy. There was a lot of backlash, but I stood my ground. And that's something that I want to teach you how to do. I mean, you know, we all have people in our lives who are challenging and interesting to deal with, and we're not meant to do this alone. This is one of the reasons why in my what's it called, Facebook page, my group is called the High Vibe Tribe, because it takes a village. We're absolutely meant to just be in all of this together. And I'm not seeing any comments coming through, so I am going to hopefully cross your fingers. Get this. Let me actually get off of Wi-Fi on my. Hang on. Okay. Let me bring up this video. Yes, I think it's working. Yay! I was calling. Now I'm starting to see stuff. Yay! Lori says I'm standing up for myself more and more. I'm sorry. I'm standing up for myself with more people since I've been watching your videos. Woohoo! That's awesome. I am pumped, Lori. I'm really excited. You know, and that's one of the things is a lot of people don't share what they're going through. They don't share the shit and the thick of it. They just share like their highlight reel and, oh, look, this is so fancy. Like, oh, yay, look at the spring peonies. Woohoo! And you see all the fancy. But then you don't see this part where all the leaves and you know, petals start to come off because they start to wilt. You know what I mean? So this is something that I like to let it all hang out, simply because we're not meant to do this alone. We're not meant to have everything figured out. All of us have our own strengths. All of us have our own weaknesses. And when you can give yourself permission to just recognize what your strengths are and what other people's strengths are, and you can lean on each other. And that's the thing. Oh, yay, now I see all these comments. Oh my gosh. Yay! Hi, Jeanette. Yay! Michaela, Mitchell, Lori. Yay! Awesome. Snaps. Mitchell. Allison, hello everyone, yay! Mitchell says, I'm finally taking the steps to do what I love, even though everything isn't perfect, because I'm sick of naysayers and putting my energy into things that aren't feeding my soul. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Yes, Mitchell, yes, yes, yes. That is absolutely it. When it's time to say enough is enough, you'll know, you'll feel it. And a lot of you, this week, you've been reaching out to me, sending me private messages, sending me emails going, oh my God, Flora, yes, I so need to hear this. And you know, this is one of the reasons why I do what I do. This is one of the reasons why I come on here and I riff about stuff and I share the crap that I'm going through and also the fabulous things that I'm going through today, you know, and allowing you to see kind of behind the scenes on how I address certain things in my life in hopes that that will give you the motivation and the tips and the tools to be able to tackle it yourself. But again, we're not meant to do this on your own. And this is one of the reasons why every single summer I create a summer group coaching program. And this summer's group coaching program is called Bullshit Eliminator, the 30-day reboot experience. Clear the excuses and live a life you love. And it really is a reboot. What I do is, oh my gosh, and I love this. It's so fun because I do this every single day, every single week with my private clients, and now I'm actually putting it into a group program. But what we do is we look at the spectrum of bullshit and we figure out what is the perfect thing for you to deal with right now. And then I give you literally step by step on how to do it. And a lot of people aren't ready to tackle the big kahuna, like the big elephant in the room, and that's okay. I will help you figure out what the best thing to tackle in your life right now, like which piece of bullshit to you know, address and toss out to the curb. And I help you. I literally get you on the phone and say, talk to me, tell me what's going on, and you can share with me what's going on, and then I'm like, all right, and I'll give you some strategies. And this literally is the next best thing to private one-on-one coaching with me. Yes, this is in a group setting, but it's $49 versus $900. So hello, 49 bucks is awesome because it gets you in the door. It allows you to work with me for 4 weeks continuously on really looking at and addressing the bullshit in your life. So yeah, I mean, and I'm just so excited to be able to offer this. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So let me see what other comments we have. Sometimes I don't like how this is. I actually called so some of the bullshit I was putting up with today, just to let you know, I called my cable company. Well, it's actually not even cable. I just called my phone company and I said, hey, the internet is really, really slow. Every time I do a live stream, I can't see the comments and this is no bueno. You know, I really need to be able to see the comments for my people. And I have the fastest available in this area. And I'm like, oh my God. So I might switch to cable or satellite. I'm not sure, but all I know is I'm working on that. And so that's I literally spent, I don't know, 30 or 45 minutes on the phone with them for them to say, sorry. And I was like, oh my goodness. Okay, so redirect, let's find a different solution. Hi, Bianca. Woohoo. I love it. Hi, Cecilia. Oh my goodness. So talk to me. Where are you at right now in your life? What bullshit do you have that you're putting up with in your life right now? You know, one of the things also that I keep hearing about from people sharing with me, and like I said, you know, private messages and in email, is a lot of people are saying that they're taking on other people's obligations, like they're taking on other people's responsibilities. Well, you know, my mom lives by herself and there's, you know, 5 of us people or even, you know, like siblings or whatever. And, you know, I'm the one that always seems to go over there and have to help my mom and all this other stuff, and now it's becoming daily, and I feel really resentful towards my family because they're not helping and they just expect me to do it, and yada yada. And it's like, and I hear that same story kind of, you know, but various versions of it over and over and over again. And so really allow yourself to look at what obligations have you taken upon yourself that really are not your obligations? They're really somebody else's responsibility. That's one of the pieces on this spectrum of bullshit. And look at how much that's actually draining you throughout the day. I gotta tell you, it's a lot, because I've been there before. I've taken on other people's responsibilities, and it's exhausting because you not only have your responsibilities, but you have all of that other stuff that's not yours that you've taken on. And then because you keep doing it, what happens is people just expect you to do it. Now, when you say, okay, this is not my responsibility, and you stop doing that thing that you have agreed to do, kind of without so many words, sometimes people get resentful and they get pissed because you're no longer doing it. And then you can say, well, you know what? I was helping out for a while, but that's not my responsibility. So if you find yourself in that situation and you want to give yourself permission to stop doing something that you might be feeling resentful for, that you're just like, oh my gosh, my time of helping has passed, I am so done, then you can just stop doing it. Because somebody else dropped the ball, that's why you picked it up. And then you realize, wait a minute, this isn't even my ball. I don't even want this one because I have like 3 others that I'm juggling over here. You know what I mean? I know this is all metaphorical, but still, allow yourself to just say, this is not my responsibility, and hand it over to the person who it actually is their responsibility, you know? And that's one of the things that you can say is, you know, I was helping out for a while, but this is not my responsibility, so I'm just going to let so-and-so handle this now. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Karen. So let me know how I can help you today. What bullshit do you have in your life that you're ready to clear, that you're ready to get rid of? Talk to me. We'll stay on for a few more minutes. We've been on for almost 15, and I don't want to make this too long, but what bullshit do you got going on in your life right now? Let me see if we have any comments popping up on here. And, yeah, let me know. Like Mitchell, he says that he's finally, let me see, he's finally taking the steps to do what he loves, even though everything isn't perfect. Yes, that was yesterday's video. Yesterday, I was like, if you haven't watched yesterday's video, watch it. Oh my goodness, we talked about just stop waiting for things to be perfect. Life's not perfect. Life is really freaking messy. And if you wait for things to be perfect, if you wait for conditions to be perfect or something else to be perfect, you're going to be waiting literally forever. Karen says, my boss is trying to can me. Oh, Karen. This is good. Okay, so my private clients know, my one-on-one clients know that anytime this subject comes up, we go there, okay? So I'm going to ask you, what would happen if you got fired? What is the worst thing that could happen? You get fired, you might have bills that are due right away, you might all of a sudden realize, oh my God, I'm not going to have any money, I'm going to lose my health care coverage, whatever it is. I want you to go there. I want you to literally think about and wrap your brain around everything that's going to happen if you get fired, okay? And like literally get out a piece of paper. This is my clipboard that I use during the summer because I always work outside and I got a little thing so that my pages don't fly around. But get a piece of paper and write down, if I get fired, this is what's going to happen. And literally go there where it's, I'm going to lose my health insurance, I'm going to do this, and this. And like literally see the big picture, because what happens is when we think, holy shit, I'm going to get fired, and we start freaking out, that's all that we're caught up in, is we're caught up in that fear. But when you can take control of it and you take action and you take deliberate action of, okay, if I do get fired, what will happen or what could possibly happen? And you literally write everything down. Then you can see it. Then it's no longer a mystery. Then you can say, all right, so if all this happens, will I still be okay? Okay, maybe for a little bit, but maybe not for a long time, especially if you have, rent or a mortgage or whatever. So then you can say, okay, so be proactive. All right, if I get fired, what are my options then? Okay, are there places in town that I'd like to work? Maybe a place even closer to my house. So maybe my commute will be shorter. So start to look at all the possibilities and all the opportunities that being fired will give you. There's a lot of people that absolutely hate their jobs, like with a passion, but the idea of getting fired is terrifying for them. And I'm like, so if you stay, is it just as terrifying? Sometimes it is. So look at, like, literally go there. And what happens is if you actually give yourself permission to do this, if you actually give yourself permission to go there and literally write down everything that could possibly happen feasibly if you lose your job. Let's just say, well, I'm not going to have money for rent or whatever. If you get fired, you normally will qualify for unemployment. There's a very slim chance that people don't qualify. That's if the employer wasn't paying in to, you know, federal and state and all this other stuff, if you were on a kind of a cash basis. But most people, like 99% of the population, will qualify for unemployment. So know that you have the option or opportunity to, you know, receive unemployment for about 6 months. And so that will give you a little bit of a buffer, a little bit of a cushion. So you can say, okay, so I could possibly get unemployment, yada, yada. So start to look at the opportunities. Maybe there's a company that you've always wanted to work for, but you're not quite sure if they're hiring. You could go, okay, I could check it out. I could see if they're hiring. And really start to go there and start to look at the opportunities. Very close friend of mine works at a big local craft store. And there was her position and like, you know, one more management position that was being downsized into one manager. So 2 managers were being downsized into one. And she was certain, absolutely certain she was going to get fired. She's like, oh my God, I'm totally freaking out. And she goes, I have like 6 weeks of vacation that they're not going to pay me for and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, I would totally be taking vacation right now. She goes, I can't because I need to be there because of all this other stuff. And I said, all right, so what would be the worst thing that could happen if you lose your job? And she goes, I'd lose my medical insurance and I need my medical insurance. I said, okay, so you have 15 years of managerial experience in this big box craft store, right? And she goes, yeah. I said, okay, well, there's another big box craft store in town, right? Have you ever thought about possibly working there? She goes, well, yeah, I've thought about it. And I'm like, all right, cool. So check out their application process, go in there, talk to the people, find out, just kind of pick their brain to say, oh, hey, I'm kind of, you know, thinking about maybe working here. How are the benefits? When do they start? Do you like it here? Do you guys ever need managers? Yada, yada. And she found out that the benefits start right away. They always need managers. And I'm like, okay, there you go. And so she went there. She actually explored the opportunity and the possibility. And that really took her energy off of that charge of, oh my God, what if I get fired? And she actually had to reapply. And in the system that they reapply, you have 1 to 5 stars. And she goes, I only got 1 star. They don't look at anybody that's under 3 stars. And she goes, oh my God, I'm totally getting fired. And I'm like, it's okay because you already know that this other big box store is looking for managers with experience. So perfect. And the benefits, the medical benefits start right away. And because she took the charge out of the possibility of getting fired, then she went in for her interview. She was nervous or whatever, but then the next week she found out that they picked her instead of the other manager. So she didn't lose her job. And she's like, oh my God, this is so good, you know. And it was such a relief. But one of the things that really empowered her was to actually go there, was to actually say, what could happen if I lose my job? And because so many people are so supercharged about it, what happens is they don't even want to go there. They don't even want to think about it. But when you think about it and you allow yourself to explore it, that's not attracting that. What you're doing is you're taking the charge out of it. And then that way, if it does happen, you already have a plan. You already have a plan. You know what might happen, and you already have a plan of, okay, if I do get fired, these are the places that I could go and apply at. You could even go get their application. You could even review the application online beforehand. You could maybe go to the company or to the store or to the place, check it out, see if you would even want to work there. So, and maybe you might even find a better place. So I'm so glad that you brought this up, Karen, because this is something that fear will cripple you. Action will empower you. Okay? Fear will cripple. Somebody write that down. That's good. Fear will cripple you. Action will empower you. And fear keeps you inactive. Fear keeps you stuck. Fear keeps you frozen in, oh my God, what if, what if, what if? Okay, what if? Let's go there. Like literally peek behind the curtains and say, all right, What could possibly happen? What could possibly happen? And that way, when you get in there, when you give yourself permission to explore that, all right, now you're prepared. Now the fear is taken out. You might still feel fear, but now it's more of a reality fear instead of a, oh my God, I don't even know if this is even possible. You know what I mean? So I hope that this helps you, Karen, but give yourself permission over the next couple days to just go there and explore what if, and then also explore the possibilities and the opportunities that will come from getting fired. Because hello, when one door closes, many more open, not just one. Thank you, Mitchell. All right. So we have Michaela. She goes, exploring the options dissipates the unknown fear. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Kenny says, my friend is using again. He was clean for a while and feels bad about relapsing and hasn't tried to contact because he feels like I might judge him. How can you get him to see? How could you get him to see me again, or should I give him time? I want to see him. Nothing has changed between him and I. Okay, Kenny, this is really, really good. So addiction is a funny thing. It is. I mean, I am a recovering codependent, and early on in my recovery, I relapsed, and I was like, ugh. I was pissed at myself, and I felt like, literally, I was like, damn it, seriously? And so I realized I need to get serious about my recovery. And so I, again, started to go to meetings. I was working the steps, and I worked the steps, and then I got a sponsor, or I got a sponsor, and I worked the steps, and now I have sponsees. And it's interesting because codependency is not like a substance, because a substance is, well, you just stay away from the substance, like the alcohol or the cocaine or the whatever drug of choice or whatever. But in relationships, for codependency, is you have to be mindful every single time you interact with somebody on, are you being codependent? Are your codependency habits coming back? Are you know, and so it's just kind of a hot mess. But in working the steps, you can see that it actually works. But when you relapse, when anybody relapses, and in my fellowship, there's a lot of people that are in other fellowships. And I've got a lot of friends who are in other fellowships as well. And this is one of the things, is when somebody relapses, they're disappointed in themselves more than anything. And it's a feeling of like, shit, why can't I tackle this? Why can't I do that? Why? And it's like this feeling of like, oh, I'm nothing. And your self-worth plummets. And you are embarrassed, and you feel powerless, and you feel, it's just this feeling of like utter helplessness and hopelessness and powerlessness. And one of the things that you can do is, if you want to write a letter, if the person, if your friend is not calling you back or texting you back or whatever, what you could do is just write a long text, or if you can give him a letter or actually handwrite it or whatever, that's best. But if you want to do a long text, you can, and just explain to him, dude, I still love you no matter what is going on in your life, and I'm here for you when you need me. And there's no judgment here. Life is messy. It's not easy, but we're not meant to do this alone. And I'm here for you if you need me, you know? And that's one of the things, is that really verbalizing that as much and as often as you can, that is huge. Because, well, and again too, if your friend is using, when you share this with him, will he remember? So that's why if you can put it in the text form or a written form, it'll be there when he's sober, you know? So really give yourself permission to just let it all hang out and say, dude, man, I love you. And I'm here for you. And there's no judgment here. I love you as you are, not who you might be someday. Not just the clean you, but I love you for you. And I'm here for you. And we're not meant to do this alone. We're meant to, it really truly takes a village. And I'm here for you, but, you know, hey, you gotta let me know if you want friendship or whatever, because I'm you know, I'm here for you. And really speak from the heart. Really let yourself speak from the heart, and give it to him in written text, so that, again, like I said, hopefully he'll see it when he's sober, and it'll kind of sink in and go, okay, I'm not in this alone. Because a lot of people, when they have addictions, are trying to fill a void of some sort in their life, and are really lacking a feeling of connection. So the more that you can reach out and connect from a place of just genuine friendship and genuine of just like, hey dude, I'm here for you. You know, if you use the word dude, I do. But anyway, and just be like, hey, I'm here for you, and no judgment, man. I'm here for you. And just keep reiterating that every time that you reach out to that person, and just really let them know that you really truly are here for them without judgment. And keep repeating that, because sometimes people, they read things and they translate it differently than how it's actually spoken to them or how it's actually written to them. So if you can write it to him in a few different ways, that would be good. Because sometimes we'll read something and we'll just kind of skim over it and go, oh yeah, whatever, they're just judging me. And when you actually read it kind of outside of yourself and just read it at like verbatim, then you're, oh yeah, this person actually supports me. You know what I mean? So I hope that this helps you. But yeah, just let them know. I mean, really just speak from the heart. Just say, hey, nothing's changed between you and I love you no matter what state you're in. I'm here for you, and I'm here to support you as your friend and, you know, just as a person. And just say, dude, life's messy, and it's not easy, but you shouldn't be doing it alone, and we're all in this together. So, hey, you know, I hope that helps you. Thank you. Yay. Awesome. All right, so I think that might be all the questions that we have. Karen says, thanks. You are very welcome, Mitchell. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here live. Thank you. Let me see if we have any more questions. So let me know. We'll stand for like, okay, we've been on 27. Well, okay, we'll finish in like 30 minutes. Not 30 minutes, in like 2 minutes and, what is that, 40 seconds. So we got about 2 minutes left, people. I love this. Talk to me. Let me know what's going on in your head. Let me know what help you need with. Hi, Angie. What up, sister? Woo-woo. Hi. My sister just came on. That's exciting. My other sister was on the other day. I was like, yay. And yeah, all my big sisters, they rock. So, talk to me. What can I help you with? Kenny says, thank you. It was uber helpful. You rock, Flora. I'll keep you updated and let you know how it goes. Yay, perfect. You're very welcome, Kenny. Well, and that's something, too. You can always go to a meeting like for Al-Anon, which is Alcoholics Anonymous. It's like a support group for people that have people in their life who are alcoholics or users. And you could share your story with them, and you could ask someone to, you know, who's been there, done that, also to help you out specifically for the specific, you know, person or the issues or whatever. But still, you know, like I said, put it in writing so that that person can see it, hopefully when they're sober, and that they'll remember it and go, okay, yeah. And just say, hey, I'll buy you a cup of coffee or whatever. So, or just show up with coffee and be like, what's up? I got coffee. You know? So, yay. Awesome. All right. So, I love you all. Thank you so much for chilling and hanging out with me today. I love coming on here and just supporting all of you. And, you know, that's another thing is that, you know, I really keep mentioning we're not meant to do this alone. It really, truly takes a village. And this is one of the reasons why I created my Bullshit Eliminator 30-day reboot experience for all of you, because we are not meant to do this alone. And when we're putting up with bullshit in our life, whether it's codependency, addiction, whether it's cat litter on the floor, or you know, affairs, or whatever it is, that spectrum of bullshit, when we try to deal with the bullshit alone, it gets so overwhelming. And we start to get frozen in fear. We start to feel like life is just coming down on us, and we just are like, oh my God, this is so stupid. We start to get pissed and yell at people, and we're like, you know. And when you actually just take a breather and go, okay, what am I trying to do on my own? What am I trying to do by myself? And then you just spell it out. You could write it down and go, okay, this is what I'm trying to tackle by myself. This is what I'm trying to tackle on my own. Am I meant to do this on my own? No. Okay, who can I go to for support? I have sisters. I love my sisters. And we have a group text going on all the time. And it's funny because one of us will start something and then we'll all be like going back and forth and my phone will go ding, 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 ding. And like my kids will go, the sisters are at it again, you know. And it's like, hey, does anybody have a good jam recipe, or does anybody have this recipe or whatever? We'll start talking about something. Or we also say, I'm having a shitty day. Could you send some prayers my way? And then the sisters are like, send the prayers your way. What's going on? Let's talk about this. And then we start to hash it out and we start to work on it together. And that's the community that I've built. I have a Facebook group called the High Vibe Tribe, because it takes a village. And this is all what that group is all about. We're all here together for each other. Nobody's better than anybody else. We're all in this together. Life is messy, but it doesn't have to keep you stuck. You know, you don't need to be stuck in the mud. And again, this is one of the reasons why I created this Bullshit Eliminator program, is because I've been through the shit. I've had an affair with a family friend, husband. I put up with a bully for 20 some years and finally stood my ground and said, I'm not going to put up with this anymore. Nope. I have had 3 marriages and 3 divorces, all with codependent men. I dealt with my codependency. I've come out the other side and I'm very healthy, and I continue to go to meetings and I continue to work the steps so that I stay healthy. And I've worked the spectrum of bullshit, and when I see bullshit in my life, I address it right away. And I want to teach you how to do this. I want to teach you. It's it's very scary sometimes, depending on which part of the spectrum of bullshit that you are addressing, the small spectrum versus the big spectrum. But I want to help you. I want to give you the tools and teach you the tools so that outside of that 30-day experience, you have all the tools at the ready so you can do this on your own. Yes. Sorry, I got a phone call. Yes, Bianca, progress over perfection. Ooh, that is perfect. Oh my, I love you. I love you even more. You're so awesome. But yes, that is totally it. I mean, we are not meant to do this alone. And so I want to support you. I want to teach you my tools on how I deal with the spectrum of bullshit to give you the opportunity to have a really fabulous life. When I finally tackled the bullshit in my life, when I finally tackled my codependency, and I finally gave myself permission to be happy, what happened is I broke free from the bondage of codependency. I broke free from that and literally started to find freedom in my life. I started to stand up for myself in a really empowered, really tactful way, not a bitchy way, but a really tactful way, and I regained and reclaimed my power. And that has given me so much freedom. I never remember myself being this happy. I'm so happy in my life right now, and that's what I want for you. So if you're ready to start clearing the bullshit of any kind in the spectrum, the small bullshit or the big bullshit, click the link below and check out the Bullshit Eliminator 30-day reboot experience. If you have any questions about it, please let me know. Email me, flora@florasage.com. I'll post that below as well. And reach out to me, let me know. I've made this super, 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 super affordable. You can get in for $49, or you can, so 2 payments of $49 or 1 payment of $97. So beg, borrow, or steal the, $49. Don't steal it, please. But do whatever you have to get in here if you are ready to finally clear the bullshit in your life, or budget for it. You can always join after we start. Of course, I would love for you to start on Monday with us, but if you want to start later on due to budget issues, that's totally okay. Every single class is recorded. What the class is structured like is the first half or so is me talking and teaching and sharing, and the last half is me doing laser coaching specifically for you and the bullshit that you want to clear and your needs. So it's very specific. It is tailored to you and the group of people that are in. So if you're interested, click the link below. so that you can sign up or find out more. Click link number 2 below to check out the High Vibe Tribe, because it takes a village, my Facebook group. And check out my email address, Flora@FloraSage, down below this. If you want to send me a private message and let me know what you're going through and if this program might be good for you. If you have a lot of questions, click link number 1 below, because I have a lot of FAQs on that page, which is frequently asked questions. A lot of people are saying I'm going to be on vacation or yada, yada, yada. I'm going to be on vacation too, but I'm coming out of vacation mode specifically for these calls because it's that important and because I love you all so much. I love my tribe. You all rock. You guys are so good. I mean, I attract people who are willing to do the work. And you all that are watching this are willing to invest in your life, in your future. And that's, I mean, hello, what a kick-ass group of people, right? So, like I said, click link number 1 below to check out the 30-day experience or the Bullshit Eliminator program. Click link number 2 to check out the High Vibe Tribe, because it takes a village, Facebook group, or send me a private message at flora@florasage.com and let me know what you're going through, and I'll let you know if this is the right program for you. So let me see, we're going to end this. I'm going to say, okay, so Michaela says, thank you, Flora. I also believe it takes a tribe, as you as in everybody need to find your tribe so you are not doing life alone. Yes, 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 absolutely. Thank you for being vulnerable and sharing your life. It helps many people in this world. Love and light. Oh, thank you so much, Michaela. I really hope that I'm saying your name right. All right, everyone, I'm going to get off here, and I love you all, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Bye.